Hey everyone, Golden Ninja 3000 here again. Welcome back to another LEGO Marvel comparison video. This time it's between the Ravager M-Ships from the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. If you don't know what a Ravager M-Ship is, it just refers to this kind of bird-shaped ship design that we see most famously with the Milano, but we also have Taserface's ship from Guardians of the Galaxy 2 and Rocket Raccoon's Warbird, which appeared in Guardians of the Galaxy 1 but was made for the first time as a retail set in 2024. The Milano pictured here is the one from 2017, so this isn't every M-Ship that LEGO has made, because I don't have the 2014 Milano here, even though it is assembled and I do own it. It's just out of scale. I wanted to compare these three because they are kind of like MIDI scale, and I mean, well, Rocket's Warbird is, I guess, more or less minifigure scale, but they're all smaller size Ravager ships. They're not, the big like $75, $80 Milano and Benatar sets, which is why I haven't included the larger ones in this comparison. Before we start comparing them, though, I do want to remind everyone that I am an employee of the LEGO Group. However, all opinions expressed in these videos are my own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the LEGO Group, and LEGO is a registered trademark of the LEGO Group of companies, which does not sponsor, authorize, or endorse this site. So yeah, we have three different sizes of ship here, and I'm comparing them today because I just built Rocket's Warbird. I did do an individual review of it, and I thought that it was a really good set. It didn't really impress me in photos, but then building it, I just thought it was a great build, and it really reminded me of the 2017 Milano. And Taserface's ship is also from 2017, and it made me remember that this was a $20 set, and this is a $38 set in 2024, and this was $20 in 2017. And Rocket's Warbird is way bigger than Taserface's ship, like if I put that on top, you can just see the size difference. Because I thought Rocket's ship was a little bit overpriced, but I thought Taserface's was good for $20, and if Rocket's is this much bigger, then it being twice the price makes perfect sense. So that's why I wanted to do a comparison. And then I also thought that it was pretty similar in size to the 2017 Milano, but the 2017 Milano is actually decently bigger. So I'm going to compare it first to Taserface's and then secondly to the Milano. So when we're looking at Taserface's ship next to Rocket's Warbird, you can see some immediate similarities. First of all, because they're both M-ships, they have the same general shape. So you can see that, again, bird-like design. You can see that they both have engines on the top. They both have missile launchers right here. One is much more detailed than the other, but the general shape is there. They actually even use the same mold for the cockpit, although in different colors. They're both one-seater ships. They both have large cannons at the front and the wedge shape, but obviously Rocket's is a lot more detailed. So Taserface's, I thought, was a good $20 set in 2017. You have some stud shooters down here, stud shooters up here, a little bit of engine detail, one sticker, and then just a little cockpit to seat one minifigure. And that's all you really needed. You had some engine detail, a little bit of glow at the back, and a clip to hold the minifigure's gun. Like, what more could you want from a little $20 build? But Rocket's ship, this set has 290 pieces, so it doesn't even have 300 pieces. And Taserface's set did come with a side build, but I believe it was around 200 pieces as well. So to me, the difference in quality is insane, given that Rocket's ship is not that much larger. Like, the more I handle Rocket's ship, the more I love it, and the more it's becoming one of, like, my favorite smaller Marvel builds, which, again, is just shocking to me, because I must not have looked at the pictures that closely, but I was more interested in the minifigures of this set, and just, like, the general concept of getting another small Ravager ship. So to love it this much in person is just a really, really nice feeling. And honestly, I'm really excited for the rest of the 2024 Marvel sets, because the ones I've gotten of the January wave are already knocking me out of the park. So inside, you do just have a one-seater cockpit for Rocket as well. You have, like, is that this? I think that's the same printed control panel. Oh no, it's not the same one, because this one's from Ninjago and this one is from Star Wars. There's no clip for the weapon, but there's so much empty space around there, you can just throw Rocket's gun down, and I'm totally fine with that, just as long as there's somewhere to put the weapon. But Rocket does have much heavier firepower with two 6-stud shooters, and then two, like I said, spring-loaded missile launchers. And I do like spring-loaded missile launchers better than stud shooters, so I'm really happy to see them here, because I feel like they've been appearing on fewer and fewer sets. Of course, the shaping is better on Rocket's ship. You have more of, like, that front point that you couldn't really get on Taserface's. I'd say that's the one thing with the Taserface ship, is that the whole, like, cockpit area doesn't really come to a point, because so much of it is taken up with that cockpit canopy piece. And then the front of this ship is built really nicely, but it's more similar to the Milano. And then at the back, you actually have some of the same pieces used for engine detail, but you also have underside engine glow on Rocket's Warbird, and that's not something you got with Taserface's ship. So yeah, just way more detailed all around, and that's why I like Rocket's better. As for the Milano, as I was building Rocket's ship, I was thinking of what other videos I could do besides a review, and I was like, hey, the front reminds me of the Milano, let's compare it to the 2017 version. They are very different in size, though. Like, I honestly thought Rocket Ship was close in size. And I mean, it is a little bit. Like, I think up at the front it's pretty similar. But as you can see, I mean, let me just maybe stack rockets on top of the Milano. Yeah, the Milano is still much bigger. But this is the smallest Milano we've gotten outside of polybags. And in 2017, I guess I had a similar reaction to this set that I did to Rockets, because when pictures of this came out in 2017, I was really disappointed at how small the Milano was. But then after building it, I really liked the kind of shrunken down build because it still has space for a ton of minifigures. So yeah, this one is a little bit different in Ravager ship style because it does have like the angled appearance, but you can see that Rocket's ship and Taserface's ship didn't have the feathers on them, and the Milano is much more feathered and a little bit more bird-like. It does still have the cannons on top, but it doesn't have like the heavy engines slung underneath the wings the way that Rocket's ship does. And I mean, they actually use the exact same piece up here in the same color with the kind of triangular part. But like I said, the Milano can hold way more minifigures. This thing fits 4 minifigures. It is insane. I still remember being shocked by that in 2017. And you do have some control panels. You do have the awesome mixed tape at the back. So I'm glad it could fit that many figures. It is a tight squeeze. You do need to pose like their hands like really carefully. But the fact that 4 minifigures fit in there, it's still to this day very impressive to me. But the front of the ships, I think, are built up in a very similar manner. It's not just using this exact same, like, orange slope piece. It's the way that you just build, like, little plates, you know, with some angled parts on them. And then you kind of just stick them on to, like, some wedges. So they're not built in exactly the same way, but it's very, very similar. And it helps the front of the ships come to a nice point. I think the point is a little bit better on the 2017 Milano because there is that gap on Rocket's Warbird, but I think that was intentional. I think it's part of Rocket's ship design, and so that makes sense. It reminded me, the building techniques used in Rocket's ship of the building techniques used on this Milano. You can see more differences around the back of these sets because the Milano has 1 large engine exhaust and then 2 smaller engine pods, whereas Rocket's ship just has the engines coming off of the missile launchers, and then the Milano also has these feathers, again, kind of sticking out. And then if you flip the models over, you can see that the Milano has a little suggestion of engine on the undersides, but in this set, it's actually bombs. So that's interesting because I don't even know if the Milano bombed anything in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, but if you just hit these axles, you can drop a few bombs. And that's a cool play feature. I always love bomb dropping play features in sets. So yeah, slightly different. I do think Rocket's ship is the same type of ship as Taserface's, so that's a little bit of an easier comparison. But size-wise and front construction-wise, I wanted to look at these together. So I hope you guys enjoyed this comparison. It was kind of a weird one, but I'm pretty happy with how these sets compare to each other. I really like Rocket's Warbird. I think it might be my favorite out of the ones here. I do still have a soft spot for the 2017 Milano, but I just feel like Rocket's ship is a little bit better finished, you know, with like the newer slope pieces that have been introduced in the last few years. I think it really comes together, and I like the play features a lot with the 6 stud shooters and the 2 spring-loaded missiles. But I think it's awesome that we got a sized up version of like the same ship that Taserface had. And I think that this is the perfect size to make spaceships at. You know, if they're going to be this good, this detailed, and again, this being twice the price of Taserface's and being bigger than, you know, more than twice as big, it makes me much happier with the price on this set. It's not like I was upset with the price on this set to begin with. You know, I think it was fine for the detailed model that you get. But yeah, compare it to a $20 set 6 years ago, and I think that you're definitely getting your money's worth in 2024. So let me know which of these sets is you guys' favorite in the comments down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe as well, and check out my website, goldenninja3000.com, and I'll see you guys with more videos soon. Bye for now.